Hi book besties, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are seeing my face for the first time, hi, my name is Maya and I like to talk about books here on the internet. You guys, it is happening. We are here. Can you believe it? Because I can't. Let us all prepare to freak out. So I'm actually filming this. I need this to be documented. I'm filming this on the 13th of July. So if this is not out before the end of the month, I will have failed miserably. I did have the general idea of wrapping up month 6 and then filming this tag because it just made no sense to me. I don't know, I think I'm thinking too much into this, but when I think mid-year, I'm like, okay, everything of the culmination of the first half of the year. So I'm not gonna be filming this tag in June because like the month hasn't been completed. So much could still happen, even in 24 hours. So I'm gonna let the month wrap up and then we're gonna get all the stats together and then we're gonna film this video. Come to find, I have no stats, I have no digital footprint. Even of the books that I have read this year, like I was pretty sure, I don't know, somewhere, somehow, some way, I documented what I wanted to, but then I remembered I only did it on notebook paper and I threw those notebooks away in the move. So that was on me. Yeah, we now have a digital footprint, guys. Woo! Let's get into what this video actually is, which is the mid-year book freakout tag. I have a list of questions over here to the side on my computer, and we're just gonna go through them and answer them. I will answer to the best of my capability, and I will also answer to the best of my capabilities of not re-answering, like answering twice the same thing, if I can help it. Now, it may just not be able to be helped, just based on the nature of the question and my authentic, genuine experiences and feelings about the books that I've read so far. But hopefully I have garnered enough of a range, and honestly, I think I have at this point, to be able to at least attempt to only do one answer per question. And this is so new for me because if you guys have seen last year's video, I probably answered the same thing for every single freaking question, or rather I used 2 books. One that was for like all of the best categories and the other that was like for all of the worst categories, I'm pretty sure, just because of the nature of I am a slow reader. But somehow, some way, somewhere, something clicked again and my younger reader self has entered the chat and we have now read more books, so we have a wider range. All of that to say, I'm gonna try and not give you guys the same answers per every single question. So let's dive in. What is the best book you've read so far in 2026? I will have to go with The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. You guys, I actually have a lot to say on this book, and I think I want to do its own standalone book review, or rather book discussion, because I noticed something in this book that just like clicked for me to why I like certain types of books and what I need in certain types of books for it to in any way have any chance at being 5-star material or goddess tier material. And we'll get into that in that video, but oh my word. And the storyline too, like just the cast of characters, how diverse they were, but then also just like there was this one particular character, like I'm sorry to all the other characters because most of the characters in there were children. It's like you don't want to have the question who is your favorite, because as like the parent of this scenario, like you don't want to choose your favorite child, but like you have a favorite child. And so I have my favorite child, and oh my goodness, his entire storyline made me cry. Memories, okay. Sorry, that got very deep. Okay, anyway, next question. What is the worst book you've read so far in 2026? I'm actually gonna go to my story graph for this, which is why I have my computer as well, not just for the questions. so far in 2025. Okay, so I literally have not DNF'd any books this year. That's crazy. I mean, that's amazing, but that's also like crazy. Holy smokes. I've had a good reading year, but I know this is the book I was thinking of, and I didn't remember it because it was for the Paid Readers Club, which is a third-party site. It is a side hustle that I do nowadays. The book. Oh boy. The first book that I ever read on this freaking site was not a DNF because I wanted the money from the review. It was called, I believe it was called A Journey in Rhyme or something like that. I gave it a freaking 1 star. I would have DNF'd truly if I wasn't getting paid for the review because it promised too much and didn't give anything worth of substance. At least I feel the first initial like 5 to 10 poems, okay, maybe. But then it just got repetitive. The analogies and metaphors didn't make sense. Like it was just all over the place for me. And so 1 star, and that was probably the worst book of the year so far. What was the best sequel you've read so far in 2026? Listen, I don't think I've read any sequels, but I have read other books in a series. So if we're talking that, I did read 9 Liars by Maureen Johnson at the beginning of the year, I think. Let me actually, let me check that. Let me check that. I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, well, I did. Okay, hold up. I did read The Tarot Cafe Volume 2. Ooh. But was it better than 9 Liars? Well, sequel. So I could honestly say The Tarot Cafe because Goddess Tier manga trilogy for me, because 9 Liars was the last book of the series so far, and we'll get to the so far part later on in the tag. So I think we'll go with The Tarot Cafe Volume 2, the special edition, to be specific, by Sung-Soon Park for best sequel. And then worst sequel you've read so far in 2026. Ooh. I don't think I have. I guess I don't have one. Yay, okay. I'm okay with that. What is a new release you haven't read yet but want to? Okay, I hinted that there was more to the series for the Truly Devious series because I said 9 Liars was the last book of the series so far. Well, this year, Maureen Johnson is supposed to be coming out with, I believe it's called Velvet Knife, if I'm not mistaken. And it's gonna continue the story, and it better, because listen, if 9 Liars is gonna get Goddess Tier status, it needs to have a good resolution in the next book, because we were left on such a note where I legitimately I legitimately made a TikTok that called Maureen Johnson to the stand. And I tell you, this is going to be the most out of left field, out of context, unplanned video that you have seen me make so far on this platform. Well, let me tell you what. It might be, okay? I am in my feels. What was this ending? Maureen Johnson, come up to the stand right now. What is this? You did well. You did well. Listen, I had my book, son, crush, husband, all rolled into one, and you saved him. You saved him for me. Bless you. Thank you. What was this ending? What was it, girl? This year was a time to be alive in my reader life, okay? What is the biggest surprise of the year? The fact that I just read so much. Like, I know it's not necessarily a book to answer this question, but I don't think it has to be. Like, I'm looking at my story graph right now, or trying to, and I'm looking at the list of books, and I'm just floored that I even read as much as I did and I had as many good experiences as I did. I mean, I had 0 DNFs and not many in the range of 1-star reviews. If anything, I think I only have 1 star, no 2 stars at the moment. Everything else is 3 and above. If I do have a 2-star, it's maybe like 2.5 even. But my reading experiences, none of them stand out as bad. So I think that's like the biggest surprise for me, is that I gained something that allowed me to read more, but not feel like it's a pressure thing or that it's like I have to do this type of thing. It's just a natural progression of just finding more time and taking that time instead of just filling that with another DoorDash shift or something that I think is quote unquote productive or something like that. Like, I think that's the biggest surprise for me, and I think that is the most healthy surprise as well. Okay, next question. What is your favorite new author, debut or new to you? Oh, there could be a few, but let me look at all of my books here and just see. Definitely TJ Klune. Riley Sager, for sure. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh my goodness, the next question. Newest fictional crush. Okay, I gotta think about this, because I don't know, like with a lot of fictional characters, man, if they have someone who they're paired with, I'm like, that's your man, that's your woman, okay. So, I mean, he's not new, but like he went from he is my son to he is my crush, and that is Nate from 9 Liars by Maureen Johnson. Well, he's in the entire series, so the Truly Devious series. I think also Xaden Riorson went from being Violet's man to, oh my goodness, she's gonna just like annoy me, like let me just date you. So maybe him. Derek Tavis also. And as far as I know, he's not taken yet. So maybe I should just stop at the first book, because bless, finally, one of my crushes is single. What is a book that made you cry? Okay, I did cry quite a bit for a lot of these books. So let me just look. You know what? I think I cried for The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand this time around for the reread. And I can't really tell you why. What is a book that made you happy? Oh my goodness. All of them. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Star Wizard 1 made me happy. I will say that. I had a lot of good, happy books this year. I'm so happy about that. What was the most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received? Most beautiful book. I just thought of something. Okay. Wicked, Son of a Witch by Gregory Maguire. This was gifted to me by my dad. This is probably one of the most beautiful books that I've gotten so far this year. I would also say, like, the Lord of the Flies manga and the Hobbit manga were truly like so interesting in their appearance, but I don't know, it's giving classic, it's giving like old-timey collector's classic, if that makes any sense. And it's so beautiful. I don't know, I like it. And then last but certainly not least, our final question. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? Well, I have a few. So a couple I'm hoping to read actually by this month, because I'm in a readathon and it's part of my DVR and I don't want to get killed by the killer. The Almafi Curse by Sarah Penner. Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Alchemized by Sin Lin Yu. Those are the main ones that I genuinely want to finish by the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, for taking the time out of your day to do so. I believe things linked in the description box down below. You can peruse and check them out at your leisure, if at all. It is not an obligation. And as always, thank you guys so much for being the absolute best bookish bestie that ever was, is, or ever will be. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye!